I'm sure a lot of you are looking at the title thinking, oh, this guy's just milking the Dream SMP for views. And maybe other of you that especially have been watching my streams recently that are like fans of me, I guess, that are thinking, why are you talking about the Dream SMP? Like you hate talking about the Dream SMP. You like want to be so separated and moved on, which is true. I do. But this video, I just kind of want to get some things off my chest. I don't really know if I've ever talked about them on stream. Definitely not in a video, but maybe on stream, little bits and pieces. But it's just something like, I don't know, it's something very important. And I feel like that's been a lot of my headspace, I guess, in the last couple of years. And it does start with being in the Dream SMP. So yeah, I joined the Dream SMP when I was 16, summer before my junior year of high school. At the time, I was already decently established as a YouTuber. I had maybe 200,000 or 300,000 subscribers playing Bed Wars. It was COVID. Things were chill. Life was good. And I got on the server. Now, I'm not going to talk about much of the Dream SMP itself because hopefully you don't want to hear about that. I know for sure I don't want to talk about it. But basically, the idea is that server went massive and crazy and big. Like, I'm sure you know. During COVID, things were huge. If you somehow don't know, people were averaging hundreds of thousands of viewers doing a regular ass stream. It was crazy. I wasn't averaging hundreds of thousands, but my Twitch went from averaging maybe 100, 200 to within a couple months, maybe 6 months, I was genuinely averaging over 10,000 viewers, which is so insane. Over 10,000 viewers. If you look at any YouTuber, pretty much any YouTuber, that wasn't in the Dream SMP or has like a big fandom, whatever, like a normal YouTuber, you look at their Twitter or their Twitch, if they have one, they probably have like maybe 1/10 as many followers on Twitter and Twitch. Like if, let's say they have 500K on YouTube, they maybe have 10 to 50K on Twitch or on Twitter or whatever. The Dream SMP was different, man. Like it was genuinely 1-to-1. When I hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube, right around then, I also hit 1 million on Twitter and 1 million on Twitch, which is so utterly insane to even think about. But as time went on, obviously just like anything else, any other like big trend or big fad or whatever, it faded out. The Dream SMP went away, COVID ended, and Minecraft wasn't as big anymore. I mean, Minecraft's still always going to be, I feel like, a massive thing on YouTube and Twitch, at least for the near future. But yeah, I mean, that was done for. And as time went on, every day, every month, I would look at my stats and the number would be lower. I don't know what the name of this is, but it's a psychological thing where when the human brain sees a number hit a new peak, that number is now the expected. And anything under than that really isn't that exciting. I don't know what an example would be. Let's say, speedrunning. Let's say speedrunning. The first time I got a sub 10, that was awesome. That was great. Yes, let's go. But nowadays, if I get like a 10-15 time, even though that's like super close, it's like, that's not, like, that's a good run. That's not a PB. That's whatever. Or whatever example pertains to you in your life, sports, school, I guess, whatever. So for me, seeing 15,000 viewers on a Bed Wars stream was great. And I remember one day I was like, I'm going to stream Subnautica. I want to go variety. I want to stream a different game other than Minecraft. I don't want to box myself in. And I think I averaged around 10,000 viewers that first stream, maybe something like that. And I remember sitting to myself and thinking, you know what? As long as I just average 10,000 viewers on variety streams, I'm okay with that. You know, just 10,000 viewers. Like, do you know how insane that sounds? Just 10,000 viewers. But, as time went on, you can check my stats. Pretty much every month, my average viewers would go down. Every month. 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. And same for YouTube. I mean, throughout YouTube, I quit my main channel. That's a whole other story. I quit it, came back, whatever. But, like, do you know how much that sucks? Like, being a content creator, like a full-time content creator as like a kid. I mean, like I didn't go to college, around the time I hit 1 million subscribers was like my senior year of high school. So I was like, I'll take a gap year. And here I am still in my gap year, my 4th gap year or whatever. But you know how much that sucks? Just every day, every month, no matter what you're doing, literally you can't, like, I couldn't do anything about it. You can't do anything about it. Like, Minecraft's just less popular and that's how it is. And that's okay. But it just sucks, man. It just really sucks. And I also want to like clarify that I'm not sitting here saying, you should sit here and pity me because my life is so hard. No, dude, I play video games for a living. Like, my life is great and it's easy for the most part. And 2, I'm not like mad at these people for leaving. I'm not saying I'm like entitled to having fans or entitled to everyone staying. Like, I get it, bro. It's COVID. No one had anything to do. Minecraft was huge. People went and watched a Tommy lore stream. That's great. I understand that those people have other things to do now. I'm not saying I'm entitled to it, but in terms of the pure psychological numbers method of it, it sucked. It just really demotivated me to do anything ever. I mean, that's why there's a lot of times where I don't upload, I don't stream, I don't do anything. And then, like, not only that, but as time goes on and all those people move on to other things, it's like I have, yeah, sure, I have 1 million followers on Twitch, 1 million followers on Twitter. But then it's like, anytime you tweet, no one cares. Like, you know, I never tweeted this exactly, but let's say I would tweet like, oh guys, no stream this weekend because I'm going to be out of town. Like, no one cares. And just, I don't know, like maybe that's just all in my head. But it's like, that's the reason I never post on anything. Because it's like, I just knew that like such a small proportion of people that followed me kept up with me at all or knew anything about me. Like, I feel like so many of those 1 million followers just followed me because I was on the Dream SMP. And maybe they watched like 2 Bed Wars streams and 1 Dream SMP stream. And that was it. Like, I don't know. And like, again, I don't want to say I'm like not grateful for the fans. Like, I understand it, but I'm grateful. But like, just from a pure psychological standpoint, it just sucked, man. Like, and like, knowing that you peaked at 17 is just such like a shitty feeling. Like, it's great. Like, I accomplished a lot. Like, I accomplished way more, you know, by the time I was 17 than I ever thought I would in my entire life. Like, that's awesome. But to think that like I'm just never gonna reach that level of success or fame or money. Not that it's all about success, fame, money, but just like feeling of accomplishment, you know? I don't know. It's like I feel like I've learned so much more about YouTube. I like the amount of time and effort I put into my recent YouTube videos, literally 10 times the amount I put into past YouTube videos. Before, I would record Bed Wars for like an hour, get it edited in like 2 weeks and be done. But now I've spent like literally dozens and dozens of hours coding stuff, building a map, testing, whatever. And then I pay for B-roll, I pay for editing, I pay for a thumbnail. Like, I pay way more and I spend way more time for less results. And in my opinion, it's like an objectively better video, but like, it just doesn't do the same. And there's nothing I can do about it because Minecraft, especially like Dream SMP and everything, isn't as popular. Now, is that to say that I'm incapable of like blowing back up? No, of course not. Like, there are people that make super like massive Minecraft videos. Like, I'm not saying that it's impossible to reach that again, but like a lot, like it would be in the process of gaining new fans, not just like very few previous fans would return. I don't know. And I like recently speedrunning a lot and being in events and even like Spanish events recently have been really fun and I like it. It builds way more of a sense of community for me. And like, as much as like I feel bad to say this, like I'd be lying if I said when I go to convention and someone says like, oh dude, I love your speedruns or I love you in MTC. I'd be lying if I said that didn't make me feel like a little more positive of a reaction than someone saying, oh, I like your Bed Wars videos. I like the Dream SMP. Like, I don't know. It's just like, whenever someone says they like me for the Dream SMP, I always like think in the back of my head, I'm like, did you? Or was I just like a person on there? Was I just one of the faces on the Dream SMP? So you like felt obligated to like me and whatever. Like, was I deserving of any of that? I don't know. It's just like a really weird feeling. It's just a really weird feeling for me, thinking that like so many people know me, but only a past version of me, and never, like, I don't know, never just did anything past that. I don't know. It's just so weird. Like, and again, I'm not saying I'm entitled to this, like, to people staying around. And part of it's self-inflicted, because yeah, if I streamed more or if I tweeted more and put more of my personality out there, yeah, people would know me better and everything. But like, you have to realize just how demotivating it is to see your numbers go down every month without fail, no matter what you do, no matter how much you feel like you're learning, no matter anything. It just kind of stunk, bro. It just really stunk. It makes you think a lot about like your purpose in life. Like, what are you doing here? Like, what do you want to accomplish? Because like, I'm not gonna get into my financials really, but like, technically, if I wanted to, and if I played it smart and I invested and I lived like if I lived like normally, like definitely, like it's not like I could like splurge a lot. Technically, I could pretty much just coast for the rest of my life. I mean, I guess like I right now, if I literally stopped making a single cent from like anything, I don't know if I could, but like, whatever. I'm not, I mean, who knows, the hypotheticals like investing and stuff, but like, basically what I'm getting to is I technically don't have to like do anything else in life. Like, I technically could just get away with doing nothing else and this is it. But it's like, do I really want to be looking down at my deathbed thinking, yeah, I was big on YouTube for 3 years and that's it. You know, and then what? I just sat around doing what for the rest of my life? Like what? I don't know, man. It's just such a weird feeling. Like maybe like I've thought to myself many times, like, oh, maybe I should just make a new Twitter or a new Instagram, and like, so then it's people that I know are more recent and care. But it's like, that's stupid. Like what? Because then in a couple years, yeah, those people are gonna be inactive too. Like, no, like content creators, people rarely stay like big dedicated fans of a given content creator for more than like a couple of years, and that's fine. That's just how the content creator scene works. But it doesn't mean it's not gonna feel shitty. And like it would never like blow up as big as the Dream SMP if I made a new Twitter or whatever. But I don't know. Like I just don't. I don't even know how to express some of this sometimes, but it was just a really shitty feeling. Just knowing that you've peaked. Everyone knows you for being part of something and not anything about you. And people are only really going to remember you for that thing. Are there people that know me for speedrunning and MCC and whatever else? Yes. But pretty much at the end of the day, that's always going to be the thing that like the most people in the world have seen from me. And yeah, I don't really know how to feel about that, I guess. So sorry, there's not really a happy resolution to this video. I mean, I am like at a better place mentally now than I was before. I'd just like to hope so. Like, but for those years, it sucked, man. It sucked. That's why I didn't stream. That's why I didn't do any of those things very often. But I'm better now. I feel like I've gained some self-confidence. I'm like, I've just had some acceptance. But I don't really know if it'll ever truly leave my head. Like maybe, hopefully, but it's just kind of hard, man. You look at a number, you have 1 million followers, and you have like a couple hundred people actually coming and watching these days. It's just weird. It's a weird feeling. Sorry if it's a bit of a ramble. This was completely like unscripted, first take, whatever. But thanks for watching. Have a good one.